Hi everybody, I'm back to show you a new stitch. So this is kind of what it looks like. I know it's some pretty dark yarn, but it's actually a little terrible in my eyes because it was kind of my first time doing it. But I've mastered this stitch by now. So yeah, we'll be doing this today. It's called the corner to corner stitch. I have a little bit of it written down here just in case if you want to kind of look to the side and kind of read the pattern. But I'll show you how to do it. So what we'll need is we'll need some yarn, of course. We'll do our little slip knot. And of course we'll need our crochet hook. So, and of course, as here it just says C2C. That's what the corner to corner abbreviation is. So what we're going to do is we're going to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now we have our 6 little chains. Now what we're going to do is we're going to skip this chain, 2, 3, and then we're going to go in the 4th chain. So we're going to go in this 4th chain and we're going to double crochet. And we're going to double crochet in the next 2 chains. Okay. So now we have our first little box is what it's called. So this is a box. So we have that first box, and this does actually count as the first row. So now we're on to the second row. What indicates your rows is kind of how many times you do the chain 6. So now we get to chain 6 again. 3, 5, 6. So now we just do the same exact thing. We skip 3 chains and we go in that 4th chain. Go in that last chain, and now we have our second box right here. So now what we're going to do, it's going to kind of be a little bit tricky. Well, I think it's pretty tricky. So what's going to happen is you see this little chain 3 space that we done with our first box over here. We're going to pull it together and we're going to put our hook in there and we're just going to do a slip stitch. So we've slip stitched our 2 boxes together. Now instead of chaining 6 like we have done, we're going to chain 3. So I kind of like to remember if you're slip stitching into a chain 3 space and you're working in a chain 3 space, you do your chain 3. And what we're going to do is we're going to do 3 double crochet. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3. And that's our second row. As the rows go on and on, it will become, the rows will get bigger and bigger. So now that we're at the end of our row here, we know that because we see our little line here, we're going to do our chain 6. You always begin a row by doing a chain 6. So 1, 2, 3, 6. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to skip 3 chains and we're going to go in the 4th one. So we're going to do 1. And this will be number 2. And then 3. And just like we did before, slip stitching into the chain 3 space, we're going to do that again. Because see, it's chain 3 spaces right here. We're going to go in here, and we're just going to do our little slip stitch. And now that we're in our chain 3 space, we do a chain 3. And we do 3 double crochet. So it's 1, 2, I gotta get more yarn, and then 3. And then we're gonna do that all over again. Because see, there's another chain 3 space up here. We're gonna go in here, slip stitch, I'm gonna do our chain 3. And then we're going to do 3 double crochet in that chain 3 space. Okay. So, how I kind of like thinking about it is going up and down stairs. Once you've finally climbed up the stairs, you do a chain 6, and then you go on slip stitching in here and doing 3, slip stitching here and do 3, and slip stitching here to do 3. It can be a little confusing at first, but I promise it will just get easier. And this is just the increase. So I'm going to walk you through kind of it again. So we do our 6 chains, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. We're going to double crochet. We're going to skip this 3 and then going forward. Well, the 4th chain. And 1. Can I get my hook in there? That's number 2. And then number 3. If I can get my hook in there. Okay. So now we're going to climb up the stairs, so to speak. So we're going to connect our little stair there, a little box. We're going to go on that chain 3 space, and we're going to slip stitch it in, and then we're going to chain 3, so 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to do 3 double crochet. So I hope that's a little bit of sense where you double crochet in the chain 3 space, and you do the chain 3 and double crochet 3 in the chain 3 space, but once you have no more chain 3 spaces to do, you chain 6. I hope that makes sense. So now we're going to slip stitch in here, and we're going to 1, 2, 3, and we're going to 1, 2, and then another 3, and then we're at the top here, so we're going to slip stitch in our chain 3 space up here. So we do 1, 2, and 3, and we do 3 double crochet. So 1, and 2, and then 3. So it's a fairly simple stitch once you get it down. So just remember, if you're at the top of the stairs, you got to make another box up here by doing a chain 6, and then you just simply go up the stairs again, and that's basically your increase corner to corner stitch. So yeah, as always, happy stitching!